The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello and welcome into Week 5 of the Ashley Ingram Show as Carson-Newman moves to 5-0 on the year with a 28-17 win over Barton's Bulldogs. I'm Adam Cavalier, the voice of the Eagles, alongside Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. Ashley, first time in your tenure as head coach, you roll up more than 500 yards of total offense, including 450 on the ground. A lot to like about Saturday's performance against Barton. A lot to, well, more like 3 plays to wring your hands over. Sum up a successful Saturday on the banks of Mossy Creek.
Well, we're excited to get to win, as always, and I told the guys after the game we'll never take for granted winning a football game. So we're excited to win the game, excited to go 5-0. I was super excited offensively that we were able to establish the fullback, run some schemes that, quite honestly, we just weren't good enough to run 2 to 3 weeks ago. So we made a lot of progress. I thought, as you just said, if you take away 3 or 4 plays, which you can't do, it may have been our most complete game. Minus obviously the kickoff return, minus Zane's fumble, and minus Jaden's fumble. I thought we played really well, controlled the flow of the game. So yeah, we're happy with the win.
For weeks, you have said, I want to get the fullback going. Right. 295 yards rushing by your fullbacks exclusively, including 261 on the ground from Jaden Sullins. I doubt he's the sack player of the week because of what L.J. Turner for Catawba did on Sunday, rushing for 332 yards and 5 touchdowns. But none too shabby when you go for the 20th 260-yard game in league history and the 7th highest total in school history. What did you see from Jaden specifically and your fullbacks as a group?
Right. I thought from the moment I got here, Jaden would be a good fit at fullback because he has a skill set where he's big enough to run in the box. He's big enough or athletic enough once he gets out in space to do some good things. Kind of what I expected him to do. We've seen the same exact defensive structure the last 3 weeks, almost to a T. A couple weeks ago, we couldn't run some of the plays that we were running Saturday. So the progression of the offensive line, and then Jaden as well. There's still a lot of things to clean up. We left a lot of yards out on the field. There's some things that he can do much better. But I was excited the way he played, and I was excited the way that C.J. Puckett played when he got in there, and Tyler Curtis as well.
You allude to it. You've seen the same defensive fronts the past 3 weeks. Barton did something, though, that Wingate and Catawba really didn't do, and that was take away your play-action pass. You needed to run the ball on the ground. You did run the ball on the ground. How pleased are you with that aspect of it?
Well, as an old O-line coach, I was very pleased with it. So, they just weren't as aggressive on the back end as what we'd seen the 2 weeks prior. And I wondered if we needed to grind one out and hand it off, would we be able to do it? And it was nice to see that we could do that. So really what we're going to do is I don't have an agenda. We just want to win, and we're going to do exactly what the defenses try to take away. We're going to do the opposite.
Carson-Newman gets the job done over Barton's Bulldogs by a final score of 28-17. We'll break down the first half after these messages on the Ashley Ingram Show.
Believe in Nashville. Believe in Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. Believe in communities where people take care of each other. Believe in staying true to your word and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
When it comes to the things you love the most in life, you want an insurance company who knows you and cares about you. At Carriage Hill Insurance, that's not just what they do, that's who they are. Whether it's home, auto, life, or business, you'll get the best coverage for the best cost. From Tennesseans who know Tennesseans. Carriage Hill Insurance. Insurance with a human touch.
Hey guys, it's Mark from the all-new Rusty Wallace Hyundai, and we're proud to be supporters of the Carson-Newman Eagles. At Rusty Wallace Hyundai, we're home of the 200,000-mile warranty and 3 years free maintenance. And we want to wish Coach Ingram and all the coaches, players, and fans a great football season. So come and check us out at RustyWallaceHyundai.com. So from my family and all the Rusty Wallace Hyundai family, talons up!
Back on the Ashley Ingram Show as Carson-Newman collects a 28-17 win over the Barton Bulldogs. Adam Cavalier alongside the Eagles head man Ashley Ingram. Ashley, an explosive first quarter. If you tuned in late, shame on you. You missed a lot. It was a 7-7 ball game, 32 seconds in. Gave up the kickoff return for the touchdown, but then responded with an end around to Jeremiah Carroll. Obviously, don't want to give up a kickoff return for a touchdown to start the game, but then responded probably the best way that you possibly could. Right. What did you see from your team with that start, giving up a big play, but then responding in a big way as well? Well,
the first thing is we've given up 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns this season, so we've got to clean that up. That's not acceptable, and we just won't do the things we need to do if we don't get better on that team. And then the next play, we just wanted to, people have been really aggressive with the secondary. Just as we thought, they rotated, they moved, and we got Jeremiah the ball in space, and then you saw his speed. So it was great way to get going.
It was big plays early for your team to kind of establish the tone. Jeremiah Carroll, then Jaden Sullins on the next offensive possession goes 78 yards. Might have touched the pylon, felt like live he touched the pylon, and it should have been an 80-yard score. But you'll take your chances with this offense on 1st and goal from the 2.
No, it was a good way to start, and I think we played hard. We executed a little better on offense. A lot of things we can do to get better. So that's just the focus. Good day, good win. And what can we do to get better?
Defensively, that unit rounds back into form. You see the 17 points. Only 3 of it is on Carson-Newman's defense because of the scoop and score and the kickoff return for a touchdown. How about to see that? How nice is it to see that group round into back into their expectations?
Yeah, I think Barton had under 200 yards total offense. We essentially gave them. I would say that you got to give them credit as well, but they scored 2 touchdowns, one on a scoop and score, another on the kickoff return. Certainly give them credit for that. It was great. They only played 25 minutes. It was great to kind of control the clock offensively and, have over 35 minutes time of possession. So, no, it was good to see their defense play well.
Carson-Newman led the game at the halftime break 21-17, and here are those first half highlights. Toe to leather, and this game is underway. And end-over-end kick will come down to Hightower at the 2 over the right hashes. Tries the left side. He's across the 20 and has his seam. He's across the 30 and 40. Hightower in a foot race. Cuts back across the 40. Back left past the 20 and 15. Hightower is all the way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. There is a flag. The 15-yard line. Is this potentially Carson-Newman's saving grace? Slot back right. Fullback is Sullins. They'll fake the toss. It's a reverse to Jeremiah Carroll to the right. Carroll across the 40. He's across midfield. Carroll in a foot race past the 30 and 25. Carroll outrunning everybody. Big time answer. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Jeremiah Carroll, 64 yards on the reverse to the right. We got ourselves a track meet cooking early. Seibert drives Hightower 5 yards deep into the end zone. He's going to bring it out across the 10 and 15. That was a mistake. He gets planted by Carson-Newman's kickoff coverage team. Parker to the short side right. Whitson takes, option keeper left side. Whitson fights through a tackle. Got a paw around his face mask. Drags the defender over the left hashes down to the 20-yard line. It is close to first down yardage for Zane Whitson. Out of the gun, takes the snap, will hand off Parrish right side. The gap is filled immediately by Jet Jones, who comes up from his safety spot and puts a good stick on Parrish. Still good for 2 yards up to the 19. Leading. Carson-Newman scored the first 2 times they touched the football, and they'll give to Sullins on this drive. Dive is powering between the hashes, now bounces to the left side, and is brought to a halt by the official's whistle before it can reach Barton's sideline. First and 10. Whitson will fake the toss, roll to the right. Whitson wants to throw, sets, pressured. Whitson drops the football. Barton picks it up at the 29. Leach in a foot race along the left sideline. It's a foot race that Leach is going to win. Leach scores. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A 69-yard fumble recovery and return for a Barton touchdown. Carson-Newman's first turnover in 3 weeks. Expone look at receiver each way. Whitson option pitch, left side, Bradley. Bradley across the 20, cut back right to the 15, hit from behind and driven down along the left sideline. Down at the 13 by Jones and Brady. Side right. Whitson takes, will give Sullins right side. High steps to the 5. Sullins spins around. Sullins is into the end zone. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Jaden Sullins reaps his reward with a 13-yard rush. His 15th carry, he's up to a career-high 148 yards rushing, and the Eagles retake the lead, 20-17 with 6:29 to go in the second quarter. All right, those are the first half highlights. Eagles were up 21-17 at the halftime break. Ashley, with some good and some bad, what was your halftime message to the team?
Really just kind of what we've been talking about, that, we're doing some good things, that we got to clean up some other things, though. There were, the turnover going in to score, it's almost a, whether it's a 7-point swing or a 14-point swing or a 10-point swing, just can't do those things. We got to do better on the kickoff coverage team. But we were playing hard. We just have to clean up those few mistakes.
It was only a 4-point lead. It felt like a lot more than that. You'd outgained them by a factor of 3-1. Was there security in that at the half?
Well, no, because ultimately the scoreboard doesn't lie. That's all that really matters. So, we needed to play better. We knew we were getting the ball to start the second half, and the message was we need to kind of take control of this game here in the second half.
You've won the toss twice this year. Both times you have won the toss, you have deferred. Break down the mentality in that decision.
Well, there's a couple things. We want to set the tone defensively, but you also kind of guarantee yourself equal number of possessions when you take it in the second half. And there may be the opportunity that you can finish a half with the ball and then come right back out. You hear a lot of coaches talk about the middle 8, the last 4 minutes of the first half, the first 4 minutes of the second half, a lot of times have a big influence in the game. So we've kind of always taken that approach.
Carson-Newman gets the job done over Barton. Final score 28-17. Second half breakdown heads your way. We return after these messages. This is the Ashley Ingram Show.
Believe in Nashville. Believe in Memphis, Chattanooga, and Knoxville. Believe in communities where people take care of each other. Believe in staying true to your word and treating others the way you'd want to be treated. We do, because we believe in you. We're Farm Bureau Insurance, and we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
On game night, winning is everything. But life's big wins happen off the court, when you win a heart, when you win their trust, when you win their respect. First Bank's community banking is perfect for life's big wins because of what we're big on. You. Make us part of your team for life's biggest wins.
All right, back on the Ashley Ingram Show. Carson-Newman collects a 28-17 win over Barton to get to 5-0 for the first time since 2007. I'm Adam Cavalier alongside the Eagles head man Ashley Ingram. Ashley, a second half where just vintage Carson-Newman football. The first drive that puts you up 2 scores in that second half, a beefy one, 15 plays, 75 yards. Just the fourth 8-minute drive for this program in the last decade. and it put you up 2 scores and put a stranglehold on this game. How proud are you of that specific possession?
Right. No, I love it. It's a thing of beauty. And just to come out after halftime and know that we needed to go out and have a good drive and to go, like I said, 8 minutes, go down the field and score, make it a 2-score game, which, things feel a little better when you get a 2-score game the way the game was going.
Truly a fascinating second half after the track meet that was the first quarter. You and Barton had 1 possession through the first 19 minutes of the second half each. Barton's ensuing drive was 17 plays and 60-some-odd yards and came up empty with a missed field goal. Felt like time was on your side as Barton had to use so much and so much effort, converted on 3 third downs, converted on a 4th down to keep that possession going. Felt like the game was in hand by that point just because of how much time had been utilized.
Right. Was happy with our score. Defensively, we got to get them off the field. We can't allow that many conversions. They were running the ball pretty well during that drive, and it kind of made some 3rd down conversions a little more makeable for them. But it was good. Yeah, it was a good way to start. And then we get the ball and we're rolling again, and got close to the red zone and had a great play, and we were just careless with the football, and that's a big message as well.
Sportsmanship as well. You had the football with under 2 minutes to play inside the 5. Could have scored, took a knee.
Yeah. Well, the goal is to win the game, and the game was in hand. They didn't have enough timeouts to get the ball back. If we needed to score, we could have scored certainly if they started using timeouts. But I think it's the right thing to do. I believe in this thing called karma, and we had the game in hand, and they've got a good program. Coach Esters does a great job, and I just didn't see the point in scoring for the sake of our ego or pad stats and things like that.
Probably a thing too. That's a team that plays hard, played hard on Saturday, and you alluded to it. Chip Hester, fine man, great coach.
No doubt, and they're getting better too. They'll win some games down the stretch, and I think he'll do well in the new league they're going to join. But good program, clean game. Got a lot of respect for all that he does.
Carson-Newman gets the job done over Barton by a final score of 28-17, and here are those second half highlights. Thirds of offense for the Eagles, all on the ground. Norwood play fake, back to pass, he is sacked. Jimmy Olorinde wrestles him to the turf in the boundary left side, back at the 19. An 11-yard loss, and the Eagles get home against one of the toughest quarterbacks to sack in the country. Ferguson in motion that way. Whitson hands off to Sullins, straight ahead. Sullins fighting forward, pushing the pile. Sullins bursts free at the 15, still going. Sullins on his feet and out of bounds along the left sideline down to the 12. That is a man's run from Jaden Sullins. Cousins, the man that finally forced him out as he broke 4 tackles to gain 14 yards down to the 12. First down, Eagles. Whitson takes, rolls right. Whitson throws right quarter of the end zone. It's complete near the pylon, but he's out of bounds at the 1. Jeremiah Carroll in single coverage catches it in front of Colby Anderson and moves the sticks for 9 yards down to the 1. First and goal, Carson-Newman. Zane Whitson under center takes the snap, pushes forward. Zane Whitson, the surge. Where's the signal? There it is. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. A throwback drive for Carson-Newman. 15 plays, 75 yards. The Eagles eat up 8 minutes and 10 seconds of clock and add to their lead. It's 27-17 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. From the right hashes for the Bulldogs at their own 38. Norwood hands off Davis again, picks his way left side, but Kendall Williams was right there to wrap him up for no gain from behind around the shoulders with assistance from Ja'Cory Long. We go 9th play coming up. Snap back and handoff Davis right side. He is met in the backfield by Christian Hicks and tackled for a loss 2 yards deep in the backfield, back at the 48. Well, Mike Turner, Eagles certainly won that down. Christian Hicks, cannon shot from his Mike linebacker spot. 2. Whitson out of the flex bone, takes and hands off to Sullins straight ahead. Fights out of one tackle and he's running. Sullins across midfield, steps through an arm tackle to the 45 and is actually knocked out of bounds before the 45, down at the 46-yard line by Stanley. To each way. Snap back to Norhead. As time pressured, hit by Ja'Cory Long and sacked back at the 25-yard line. Barton had never given up more than a single sack in a game this season. Eagles have 2 today as Long shoots free to drop him for a 10-yard loss back to the 25. On 3rd and 17, Norhead's back to pass. Pressured from behind by Major Williams, and Williams sacks him with an assist from Brandon Dumazil. They knock him down back at the 19-yard line, a loss of 6. Sullins the fullback. Whitson turns and gives to him. Sullins steps right and steps free along the right sideline. Sullins, huge gap across midfield, and he's dragged down out of bounds in Barton territory. A flag flies. Dragged down out of bounds down at the 42. Jaden Sullins carves up more yards, 22 yards, and likely more coming as Sullins was dragged down after he was out of bounds. And some special teams miscue as Whitson takes the second knee, and the final seconds will bleed off the clock in this one. But an all-time great rushing performance by Jaden Sullins. 261 yards on the ground for Sullins. A top 10 rushing performance all time for the Eagles. Paves the way for Carson-Newman to stay unbeaten and get to 5-0 and 3-0 in South Atlantic Conference play. All right, those are the second half highlights as Carson-Newman moves to 5-0 with a 28-17 win over Barton. When we come back, it's time for Talent Talk, and that's after this on the Ashley Ingram Show.
At Carson-Newman, we're not just creating nurses, we're shaping leaders.
Where else can you find a university that offers full room and board plus an unlimited meal plan for ROTC scholarship cadets? Only here, where excellence meets generosity. Step into our state-of-the-art skills lab, a sanctuary for practical learning exclusive to our nursing students. It's here that excellence becomes second nature.
With our student-focused approach, every class is an opportunity for personalized growth, thanks to our exceptional student-to-professor ratio. Experience a learning environment where collaboration thrives, supported by a strong bond between cadres and students, ensuring your success is never left to chance. And for those aiming to join our esteemed nursing program, high priority are given to Army ROTC nursing scholarship recipients, a testament to our commitment to your future. Dive into a nursing program where your military training at CST translates into academic credits, a rare opportunity to fast-track your degree. Join a battalion recognized for its outstanding performance, celebrated by the VA and the East Tennessee Military Affairs Council. This is where leaders are born, when you're not just prepared for the future, but you're prepared to lead it.
All right, back on the Ashley Ingram Show. The Eagles are 5-0 after a 28-17 win over the Barton Bulldogs. This week, walking the field with our Talent Talk with Andrew Rogers, it's Turk Daniels.
Hi again, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Talent Talk. Andrew Rogers here with freshman offensive lineman Turk Daniels. Turk, let's start walking down the field here. I think when I was looking through your Twitter, you were offered just after January and then committed at the end of the month to play here at Carson-Newman. Walk me through that quick process and what it was like to choose Carson-Newman.
I had an offer from, I believe it was Henderson State coming up here. And, I didn't like, it was okay, but I didn't like the campus-wise, so I came on a visit here. Way much better. People here was, caring.
Yep.
Somebody want me here more, so that's how that came about.
What do you think was so appealing about Coach Ingram? Obviously, you haven't seen him coach before, first-year head coach this year, but what was so appealing about his staff that made you really ultimately decide to come play here?
I mean, They just seemed like everybody wanted me here.
Yeah.
Second and goal from the 5 for Carson-Newman. Everybody bunches in tight a minute into the second quarter in a 7-7 ball game. Whitson takes the snap, hands to Ferguson right side, cuts it upfield. Ferguson, the Red Sea parts, and he waltzes in. Touchdown, Carson-Newman. Cam Ferguson waves to Cataba's Beer Garden as he strolls in for 6, and Carson-Newman's back on top, 13-7.
Let's change it up. You go by Turk, but your full name is Jaquavion. Let's hear the backstory on that.
I guess when I was a baby, I was chubby. I had like thick legs and stuff, so I went by Turkey, and it's just short for Turk.
Yeah. Who gave you that nickname, Turkey?
My mom told me, my auntie.
Okay. And then from there, it's just been Turk, or was that something you had to accept almost? Like, okay, I'm going to go by Turk, kind of like it.
And from there, it's been Turk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk me through your ideal perfect day. So if you could pick out your perfect day, what you could do throughout the day, what would you do?
I honestly have no idea. I mean, I'm a chill guy, just laid back, about working football, school working football.
If you had one snack, maybe on that perfect day, what would you choose?
Lifesavers.
Lifesavers?
Yeah.
Any purple?
Bag,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good choice here. Let's change it back to football here. You've started every game on the offensive line right away as a freshman. What do you think allowed you right away to have so much success in the preseason leading up to the year to put you in that position to play right away?
My work ethic. I work really hard. I don't want anybody to see me as like a lazy person, not going as what I could do, what I'm able to do. So it's just I work hard at everything I do, anything I do.
Yeah, certainly when you start playing right away on an offensive line with a new roster, basically, and a new coaching staff, that sets an expectation for what can come later throughout your career. What do you hope to achieve since you've started right away as a freshman and now in the coming years?
Really, hope greatness, but just here to play.
Yep.
Just here to play good, play the best as I can.
Team's off to a pretty good start this year. How do you keep things rolling the right way, especially up front and offensively, to keep the ground game being so effective as it's been?
Keep doing all the assignments right. Keep knowing the plays. No missed assignments, things like that.
All right, Turk. Appreciate the time. Best of luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
That is freshman offensive lineman Turk Daniels on this episode of Talent Talk.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew. Ashley Ingram, Turk Daniels. Is he a Jacobs Blocking Trophy winning offensive lineman?
He's pretty good. Yeah. he's I've coached, I think this is my 27th or 28th year coaching, and had been an offensive line coach prior to this. I haven't had a true freshman walk in and play, I don't think, anywhere I've been. He's doing a great job. He's instinctive. He's talented. He has certainly great potential to be an all-conference player. I think he's got all-American potential. He's playing against 4th and 5th year guys in this league, and he certainly held his own. I think he's got the opportunity to do those sort of things.
Turk, we have discovered. Do you know what it's short for?
Turkey?
Turkey.
I do know
Very
that. Yes.
Good. I'm a little disappointed that you haven't gone with turkey.
Yeah.
Instead of turkey.
I've called him all sorts of turkey. Turkey salad, turkey sandwich. I've gone a lot of those. Yeah.
Good. Well, it's out now. Turkey, not Turk.
Yes.
This is an interesting week. I guess the theme of this year for your first year, the road trips are interesting. Right. You've had 2 weeks of adversity on the road between West Virginia State and Catawba for different reasons. And this week, the hope is, can you get to Mars Hill? It's game on as of Monday morning at 7:45 as we shoot this, but travel in and around the greater Asheville area because of the hurricane is tough. The hope is to get there. The hope is to play against a talented Mars Hill team. Tim Clifton, the dean of coaches in this league, is always going to have something special in his bag of tricks, be it whether it's a double reverse flea flicker or a jet sweep pass from a tight end. What do you have to do to weigh all of that and get ready for a tricky Mars Hill team, a talented Mars Hill team, but also travel yet again with potentially adversity.
Right. We'll get there. We'll figure out the best way to get there and the safest way to get there for our players, and we'll just adjust to whatever we have to do. We certainly want to play, certainly plan to play, and we know we got a huge challenge in front of us. Mars Hill is a very good program. They've got a very good football team, big, physical, older team. Coach Clifton's done a great job there. He'll do a great job again. So we have our work cut out for us, and we have to just keep getting better. We're not the team that we need to be right now. We just have to keep working. We can't pat ourselves on the back. As Kirby Smart said, in this line of work, humility is only a Saturday away. So we just have to keep playing.
Ashley, pleasure as always. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
It's Carson-Newman head football coach Ashley Ingram. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. This has been the Ashley Ingram Show. Thanks for watching.